Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. How are you all doing today? I'm hearing that hum on my microphone again. What's going on? There we go. Hello, 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 hello. How's it going, Andy the Farmer? Mr. Shawnee coming in with his mega farts. How are you doing, buddy? Oh, my microphone sounds a little bit loud. Let me drop that down. There we go. There we go. Let's turn everything else up. There we go. There we go. Cool. Right then, welcome back. We are once again on Judith Plains 4X Montana. And yes, we are doing a bit of harvesting already. So we are into June. And yes, it seems that some of the crops are ready to get harvested. So we're up early in the morning. So it's like, what's that? 18 minutes to 5 in the morning. And we're out on the field doing some harvesting already. Oops, I didn't up that one. Yes, do that. Yes. Well, here's what it is. So, yeah, not a lot done since yesterday, but yeah, 94, 95, 102 are ready to go. Also, my grass field on 82 is ready to go. So, yeah, we've got to get that done. Obviously, yesterday I did mow 93 after the stream, and also the little area that I purchased down here. And ended up getting about 8 bales off the whole lot. Okay, that doesn't sound much, but remember, they were 100,000 litre bales. So, yes. So that wasn't too bad. So 800,000 plus, I think it was about 300,000 left in the... Or, not 300, about 32,000 left in the bale. So, yeah, or a baler, I should say. So, yes, it's fine. Hey, Mr. Wheels, how you doing? Welcome in, and yes, hello to Mr. Andy the Farmer, Mr. Jers, and anybody else lurking out there. If you guys are not following Mr. Wheels 24/7, make sure to click on that link, give him a follow, you never know. He may do something fun in his stream. But anyway, yes, definitely go over, give him a check out. He's cool. I like Mr. Wheels, I do. I do. Right, so yeah, so I'm just going to plod on. Obviously, I've already got one field already swathed. So I'm going to try and do the necessary grains, getting them swathed. Now, as they become ready, let me spin this around. I know next year I do want to start looking into getting, well, at the end of this year maybe, start getting crops in for pigs. So that's something I need to think about. Oop. Why? Did I hit hired helper? I did. Oops. Don't want you. I want me. And why have you got the lights on, you dungo? Yeah, so I want to start looking into crops for making pig food this year. So that I need to sort out. And as I realised last night after having a little chat with Mr. Wheels, technically all you need is a couple of fields and a planter to actually be able to use my pig food mixer. Because obviously the way it is, what I realised last night when I was looking, is the planter will actually do at least 3 different types of crop that can be produced for or go into the different categories. So it does grains, it does the proteins, and it does the root crops all in one. So if you are struggling for a little bit of money to get things together, maybe go out, buy a planter or even lease it, get 3 fields planted, and you'd be good to go. So yes, that is crazy, isn't it? I may have overstepped yourself with pigs. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah, I always tend to leave pigs till after I've got the field more or the farm more established personally. But yeah, you play your game the way you want. Let's see how Mr. Wheels gets on with his was it 100 and something piggies? Oh, sorry about that. Getting old, getting the coughs. So yeah, because obviously I did the edit on this horse, wasn't it? But if we actually look at what it does here, so if we just go with the base game crops only. Ignore these other ones afterwards. But corn, sunflower, soybean, straight away, that's your proteins. You have sorghum right there. There's your grains. And then you got, obviously, your sugar beets. There's your root crop. Obviously, you can, I think you can put green beans in there too, so there's another option. So, look at that. Straight away, you've got all 3 categories hit. 103, that's it. Yeah, so I know what I'm going to be buying soon. Well, actually, I've got a planter. It does all of them already, I think. I'm pretty sure my one does it. Let's come into here a sec. And I'm pretty sure I got my one, did I? Yes, I did. So yeah, obviously my one does all of them anyway. So that is one thing. So yeah. But yeah, if you don't have my one, you could always just use a planter and just do 3 fields and go with it. Wheels, you're gonna have a ton of piglets. Well, in all fairness, he does have a fair few months before those piglets he's got at the minute grow up. So he's got to get through that stage first with making sure he's got enough feed for them. But hey, Mr. Jurs, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. If you guys are not following Mr. Jurs as well, make sure to click on that link, give him a solo. Hey, Dead Soul, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So yeah, today is no modding, I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to chill and play the game, do some harvesting, and see how much we can get done. It's been a bit of a chaotic day for us here. We've had people in, obviously starting on our bathroom. Turned up just after 8 o'clock this morning, they did, and within hour and a half, literally all of our bathroom had been ripped out. I was kind of shocked, and yeah, they were starting to get things worked on, so it was kind of crazy. Sink went out first, then the bath, then the shower over the bath, all gone. It was fun to watch, actually. But yeah, the worst thing is right now, we still can't use a bathroom till they get fully finished, which is one thing. Currently, they've had to add in a backboard, as it were, to basically hide all the pipes and stuff that they're adding in and such. And they've got the base for the shower area already in. It basically goes to the drain, that part. That's in, and so they've done a heck of a lot already. Tomorrow, I'll speak to the guys before they headed off today, which was actually around about 3 o'clock, which was quite nice, so it wasn't a full day. So they got to knock off a little bit early. I guess they've got to go back to the yard, get things sorted out there, ready for tomorrow. But yeah, tomorrow it's primarily going to be doing the tiles and starting to scrape the ceiling, so getting all the crap off the ceiling there. Yeah, no, I'm quite shocked too. Well, they did have like 4 guys. I was expecting maybe 1 or 2 guys, and it'd take ages and ages and ages to do everything, but no, they had literally had 4 guys in here working non-stop from just after 8 o'clock this morning. They took a bit of a break for their lunch, obviously, and then finished off at 3 o'clock. So, yeah, they really cracked on. At the minute, our hallway is a little bit dusty on the floor, so we're having to walk around in slippers and such. The only thing is, I rarely wear slippers when I'm at home, so yeah, that's going to be a bit of a horrible thing to wear, I guess. I really should do, because the bottom of my feet right now are filthy, and I'm going to have to try and get my feet up into the kitchen sink to clean them later. That's going to be fun. I am very sure I am not going to be doing any modding today. It has just been totally chaotic. Now, one thing I will say, and I'll probably mention this later on, tomorrow I will not be streaming. For the simple fact, obviously I was going to try and order some frozen food in from one of the companies over here in the UK. Jers probably knows which one I'm on about. It shares the same name as a country. But for some weird reason, they had no delivery slots at all available until Saturday. So yeah, I've got enough. We've probably got enough actually to last till Thursday, maybe at a push. But there's other things we need because it's obviously mostly frozen foods. So yeah, tomorrow we're actually going to go up after the guys have been here and do a shop, and I'm not quite sure what time I'm going to be able to get back. So yeah, so tomorrow no stream for me, but I will be back on Friday. Which also means I get to enjoy the eclipse happening tomorrow. So yay! So yes, that'll be fun. I might actually try and video it and put it up onto my YouTube. I don't know if you need any special lenses, but I'll just probably be using my phone. So yeah, we'll see. We shall see regarding that side of things. There's that, and then the other thing as well, next Monday, I won't be streaming either. My wife's actually got a late doctor appointment.
Billy is a nuisance. He will be gone in 2 weeks. I apologize for this inconvenience.
Hey, Mr. Matt. How you doing? You want the link for the mods from yesterday? I can do that. Yeah, but so next Monday, yeah, I won't be streaming due to a doctor's appointment. If I can find it, it's that one right there. Here you go. So yeah, if anybody missed the little mod pack that I put out yesterday, it's only 3 factories, but there is the link. Grab it now. What I'll do is I'll pin it to chat, just in case, because I doubt I'll be able to get any time this week to do any more modding. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Jers, exactly. So to be honest, I'm still going to be quite busy with real life stuff, so but it is what it is. But yeah, joy fun. But yeah, actually I was kind of trying to think the last time I remember seeing an actual eclipse, and I was thinking it was actually going back to probably the late 80s. I remember being out in the garden one day when I was a kid, and the whole world just seemed to go really quiet and really dark. Yeah, no worries, Matt, no worries. Not a worry. I'm pretty sure there was other eclipses since then, but that's the one I can really remember. Because I was kind of thinking, what the heck's going on? It's like crazy. The other one I think was when I was probably chefing. So that would have been late 90s, maybe, runabouts. And yeah, vaguely remember maybe a partial eclipse back then. And that was about it. So, but yeah, since I've been here, at least anyway, I don't think we've ever had a eclipse over here. I will have to go view by the sea. Yeah, that will be really nice. I think it's around about 7 p.m. UK time. It's maybe hitting the UK, and it's looking at around about a 95-94% coverage. So that should be an interesting thing to witness. Obviously, my wife is very much into stuff like that, so she is definitely excited to actually get to see one properly, because I think she totally missed the last ones and doesn't remember ever seeing one herself. So yeah, that'd be kind of exciting for her too. But yes, it's great fun. But yeah, a little bit of time off never hurt, so cool. Cool. Ooh, what was that? I know one thing, our cats, oh, they have been hiding. Well, one in particular has been hiding all freaking day. They've been very noisy. Obviously, where they put the shower plate in, or shower base, what you want to call it, they actually had to drill or break into the actual floor itself. And obviously, these floors are concrete for the most part in this block of flats, so they actually drop it down so it's flush, so you can literally get a wheelchair in. That's the whole point of it. So yeah, they literally had to smash up the floor a bit, and it was, oh, what a noise. And they set the fire alarm off twice as well. Hey, Farmer Teddy, how you doing? Welcome in, bud. Welcome in. So yeah, it's definitely been an interesting old day. And I still haven't got a button properly set up for you, but if you guys are not following, Farmer Teddy there, excuse me, make sure to click on his link, give him a follow. There we go. And get back to there we go. So yeah, so it's definitely been a exhausting day, because we actually got up around about 6:30 this morning, and it's just been ongoing noise and stuff. Oh, had a little bit of a lay down this afternoon. Got about half an hour. I think my wife had about an hour. She actually started snoring at one point, so not good. But yeah, it's exhausting. So I think, because obviously we just had a few other things we had to finish off in the bathroom to get cleared out from last night. Hence why we got that part a little bit early. Hopefully tomorrow, I was saying to my wife earlier, I think we'll be okay with getting up maybe a little bit later, so around about 7, maybe 7:30 at the very, very latest. So yeah. Oh, hey Farmer Marks, how you doing? Welcome in, buddy. Oh, I just realised something. I'm not locked in on the right one. There we go. There we go. So yes, how is Mr. Farmer Marks doing today? Obviously, if you guys are not following him, make sure to click on his link, give him a follow. I was kinda lurking in his stream earlier while he was playing some Rollcrafter. But yeah, exhausted. I don't know what it is. Even though I've not really done much, I think it's just getting up that extra hour or whatever. It just feels like I'm more exhausted today than I usually am. It's weird. Maybe because I haven't done anything. It's literally done practically nothing all day. It's terrible. Just sat on my ass watching TV. Excuse my language. Will they be done tomorrow? I doubt it. I really, really doubt it. And how you doing, Hectate? The original plan was for them, I think it's next week. So Wednesday or Thursday next week for them to fully finish. Obviously, they've got to do certain things. And what's kind of crazy is, yeah, I'm not doing too bad overall apart from that. But yeah, one thing one of the guys noticed is obviously they've got, is it Artex, whatever it is, on the ceiling. It's like a plaster type stuff. Obviously, with the previous shower, obviously it started peeling off. And they actually pulled a piece off and noticed that it's got asbestos in it. Thankfully, it's the okay asbestos, but they have to have special equipment. They've got to do certain things. They can only do like a meter squared, seemingly, per day when removing this stuff. So they're kind of hoping they might be able to, or per person anyway. So I think they're trying to see if they can do it, get a couple of people doing it to do a meter square, and then switch over, do a meter square, and do it that way, just to save a little bit of time. So yeah, hopefully, with the way, well, to be honest, with the way they've gone today, I don't know. It'd be kind of nice if they were done by Friday, but you never know. But yeah, obviously they've got get all the sink back in. They've got to hook up obviously the new shower unit. They've got to put in a disabled a shower chair. There's that. Obviously, once all that's done, obviously they've got the tiles to do tomorrow. They've got to redo the ceiling. What else was it? There was, oh yeah, and then obviously the floor as well has to be done once all that is finished with. And it's all got to be cured before... Oh, I keep hitting the edge. Before we can actually use it. So, I don't know. Maybe. You never know. If they keep going, you never know. But yeah, I'll probably say it's mid next week maybe they might get finished with. Crazy. But yeah, it's going to be a fun week. So yeah, tomorrow no streaming. Obviously shopping. Or grocery shopping. Plus the eclipse. Thursday, obviously, I won't be streaming anyway, but my daughter does have a an appointment to get some blood taken, just a checkup type thing. I'll be streaming Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, Monday off because obviously the wife having her doctor's appointment. Then we should be getting back into a stable streaming system again. Hopefully, may even do some ARC when I come back after that. So maybe in a couple of weeks' time, I'll do some ARC. Show some of you guys the new Genesis map if you haven't seen it, and introduce you to some of the new creatures. See, I haven't even played that in over a week now. It's terrible. I did notice they didn't actually have an update this week, which is strange. Or last week, I should say. Either or I missed it completely. But yes. Actually, just out of interest, is the fishing program still working okay? I did open up Steam as well, so it should be fine today. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Coolio. But yes. But yeah, I have interest for anybody who did get the mod pack yesterday. Has anyone put it down? Have you had any issues yet? Obviously, there was the smaller grain mill, the smaller version of Heartland Bread, and obviously the new vodka factory that we tested at the beginning of the stream yesterday. The only problem I have is I ain't got enough money to get any of the other factories down. I was kind of thinking, what do we need to work on maybe next? I do know personally I need to get an oil factory up and running. I think it was the oil factory. Now I'm asking and thinking, was it the oil? I think it was just a normal oil factory I need for something that was going to be coming. McCain's needed sunflower oil, I think it was. I want to get McCain's down. I want to start making fries. Just me. There we go. Let's get you going. Oh, hello. Lower down. Thank you. But yes, it's chaotic at the minute, but it is what it is. We will get there. Actually, out of interest. Page. Okay, let's take it off of there. We'll put you onto there. And we'll see if we can do a little headland down the bottom here and then get that last little bit in the middle. Should be fine. But yes, obviously I've got to go through with obviously the combine and get all this lot picked up. But yeah, I want to get the oats, I think it was. I'm pretty sure that other field was oats. Oh no, it's actually wheat, I think. Looking at that texture. Yeah, 2 wheats and a barley. So that's what I'm working on. After that, obviously, at some point, I will be getting in on field 82 to get that cut. At the minute, it's showing pH perfect, nitrogen's perfect. Expected yield is around about 89%, so that's not bad. And it's only grass. It's a big grass field, so that'll be nice for doing some hay, I think, this time around. Obviously, all that grass I did yesterday, I ended up wrapping up the bales, so they should be silage, with any luck. Actually, I'll have to look to see if they've actually finished fermenting yet. Oh, where are we? That one. And actually, they're literally just up the top here, so I could quickly have a look. I never even thought of looking at it before I started harvesting. If they are ready, they can actually go into the storage ready for me cows. Actually, I do need to have a look at my animals as well to make sure that they are all fed well. I'm hoping at some point, maybe this in-game day, of getting some water buffalo sorted out as well. So there is going to be that coming out of the same pen up here. But at some point, I do also need to get in and do some contracts to get some money made. Money. I know I've got a fair bit of juice now being produced. I took down a few pallets of mint, cucumber. What else was there? Mint, cucumbers, a couple of other things from the greenhouses. So that got I think it was all of the other ones up and running, which is kind of nice. There. Actually, before I do it, let's hop on over. Can we jump over the gate? Yes, we can. Just made it. Let's see. Oh, 59%. Okay. But yeah, that's what I got off of that grass area and obviously the field down there. It doesn't seem like a lot though. It's only 8 bales, but think about it. Those 8 bales are 100,000 litres each. So that wasn't too bad. Wasn't too shabby, I don't think. Right then. Let's get this going again. Here we go. Actually, what I could do... pop you there. Lock that in. We can turn that off and we can use enhanced vehicle. Get rid of you. Cool. Ah, looks so good. And we've now passed 5 o'clock in the morning. Nice. Ooh, that's a tricky little spot. Now, one thing I always find is when there is a little bit of a hill, I don't know if you guys get it, every now and again you get this little overlap, and sometimes the harvester will just miss it. But looking at this, might be okay. We might be okay. Yeah, we are good. That is fantastic, as some people say. Right then. Just gotta do this by hand. So yeah, I've got this field. And I've got field 102. So it's this funky coloured one over here on the mini map. That is the other one that needs to be harvested. And what I might do is actually put a hired helper on 102 once this field is done with the swather. And I'll go grab the combine and start on 94 because that's already been cut. And then I can jump on to 95, which is the one I'm on at the minute. So, yeah, so hired helper on here, and then I'll jump on the combine in here and get these done. That is a plan and a half. And the nice thing is, I'll now have some more wheat and barley for my chickens. Yay! I was actually starting to get a little bit worried if the crops might run out or wouldn't be ready when I run out of my own wheat. But, yep, it's good. Tis good, tis good. Right, let's get rid of that for the minute. And we'll just get this little line up here. And we should be good. But yes, hopefully you guys are all having a great day. There we go. It's nice to see that Mr. Farmark's finally got his sounds and all that sorted out on his PC. So, yay! I've got to figure out mine actually. At the minute I've literally got the game, all my sound alerts all coming through just one channel. My microphone is on a separate one. That's it. I'll have to see if I can find out how Mr. Farmark's got his setup. Because from the sounds of it, he's actually got each game sounds individually set up. So, oh, actually, Mr. Farmarks, if you are out there, do you have the link that Mr. Was it Preacher Murphy sent you to set all that up? Because I wouldn't mind finding out myself. Obviously, I'm using OBS. And I've been looking, I've been trying to find ways of doing it, and it just doesn't show for me. I don't know if I'm missing something. There we go. Righty. Can I get over to that other field without having to detach this header? Let's see. I'm going to give it a try. I need to get over there, basically. Just over the other side there. We've got the cows in the way, first of all, to get past. Oh, yeah. We might be going through the river. Obviously, I won't be able to get over the bridge with this header as attached as it is. Let's see if we can get over this little riverway. Come on. Oh, look at that. Yes. Oh, yeah. Right. Let's start this off. And hired helper, go do your stuff. Right. I need to find my little combine now. Right, you're fine. I still haven't used this guy yet. I haven't. It's not good. I don't know why I bought it. I should have actually just gone with the normal. Actually, when I get into doing like no soybean. Yeah, I was going to say soybean gets swathed as well, doesn't it? I'm trying to remember if it does or not. I can never remember. Let's see. I know it does lots of the grains. Yeah, soybean, yeah. So wheat, barley, oats, canola, and soybean plus all that. Ooh, according to this, it also does sorghum. I didn't know that. Maybe it's something with the map. And it looks like rice as well. Hemp. Beans. Wow, okay. Flax. Interesting. May have to give that a try at some point. Anyway, let's get going. Let's go over the road here. Actually, we'll start up here. Hey, Mamadou, how you doing, my dear? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Got a tickly cough again today. I don't know why. There we go. Yes. Maybe it's all the dust from the bathroom being worked. Ooh, I need to get that little bit there. But yeah, if you guys are not following Mamadou, make sure to click on that link there. Give her a follow, guys. She is an absolutely amazing content creator. Absolutely lovely dear. If you're not following her, then you need to rethink your life. Here we go. You're doing good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it, Mamadou. Ooh. Let's try and get that. I think at some point I'm going to have to upgrade my combine to probably my version where it's got that bigger capacity. But right now... Ooh, I could be baling this lot while I'm going. Okay, just had a crazy idea. Gonna get the snuffle struck out and get the baler attached to the combine. I'm gonna have to see if I can lease maybe the bigger combine, because this is gonna be crazy, me stopping every 5 minutes to unload. I know it's realistic, but come on. There we go. Want to come over and give my equipment a bath? Sure! Do you have a pond nearby? Chuck them into that. Right. Let's have a look. We need to come into here. Let's detach that. There we go. Take that back. We'll get this unloaded, and then we'll see if we can get it replaced, because that's... It's gonna be crazy trying to finish this thing off. Really is. Oh yes. I need that guy over there. So I ended up actually the other day buying a second truck. So I've got this guy now, the Mercedes-Benz. It's basically the same one I had originally that I sold to replace with this. It doesn't do the lifting and lowering. So I may end up keeping both. I don't know yet. We'll see. You'll put my case in... Oh, how rude is that? But that's the whole brand that I'm using on this farm. I took out the John Deeres to replace them with case. Right, there we go. I can't remember how much it would cost for mine, in all honesty. 700. Oh, might have to just lease it. Big capacity on real. Oh, probably not that high. Oh, did I really set it that high? My goodness. I didn't think I had it at 1,000,000 litres. Okay, that will get the fuel done. And then some. Okay, let's lease that. Yep. Ouch, that hurt. May have to look into adding a few other capacity options into that. Right, there's you. You can be turned off. And let's take you back to the shop. Actually, I'm going to keep this actually just for the minute. I might need it later. Obviously, I currently don't have $700 odd available, so... Plus, with obviously this time of the year, obviously all other fields are becoming ready for harvesting, so I could basically use the rental for doing the contracts as well as my own stuff. Here we go. Let's do this. We'll do this. Here we go. Oh, we got chickens back. Hello, chickens. That's the first time I've seen any animals over here since the last patch that Giants put out. Here we go. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. It's only problem, they have quite big wheel footprint, as it were. But yeah, nothing wrong with my case combine. That's one thing I will say. Especially with its little capacity on the hopper there. And I will say, when you're actually swathing your crops, it is worth it, because obviously you do get like that, was it 25% boost? Oh, there's something I forgot. There's something I forgot while I was up here. What was I saying? Yeah. When you were swathing, you get that 25% boost on the grain as well as the straw that is put out afterwards. So it's definitely well worth swathing your crops and getting that little bit extra. And the nice thing, if you can do it when you're doing a contract, oh my, oh yes. John Deere for the win. I don't think so. Nah. See, it's like I keep saying, I am not a big fan of John Deere. The only John Deere tractor I like is the 6R. I just think they're overused, especially when people stream. Obviously, if you want to, you're more than welcome to use them whenever you want. But I just find in streams anyway, they are well overused. Right, let's change this up. We're going to change this to case red. Join the combine. Let's switch that color for... I don't have a See, I'd have that more chromed personally, but oh well. Hitch color, silver. Oh, that's that bottom bit. I was hoping that top bit would be colorable. It doesn't have it. Out of all of it, that's the only piece that doesn't seem to have a color. Really? Oh my god, the sixth wheel doesn't have a color. I think that'll be fine, actually. I am going to buy it because I will be keeping it regardless. There we go. That is the long frame. I always find the long frame is nicer, especially when you're turning around, because you get that little bit more space. So it does help a lot. Right, so run it there. And I do like the snuffer struck. I haven't used it that much on here, so it's definitely coming out. Are you not going to allow me to attach? Oh, I just wasn't hold close enough. Maybe hold to attach. Are they attached? I don't know. Hold to detach. Okay, they're attached. Okay. Just not seeing the visual for the cables to be connected. Oh, that's the point. I've got the other thing as well. Activate pipe control U. We'll set you to... I'll put up at 100%. There we go. And I need to enable the straw swath while we're coming down. There we go. We'll grab the baler from the shed, because I ended up buying a Crone baler, the triple one, as the stacker on the back. Like it a lot. Hence the 100k bales. Oh, that's a point. Ooh. Oh, see, at the minute it's got hay in it at the minute. Will it carry on with the hay or convert to straw? Ooh. I never even thought about that. But yeah, for a lot of my previous playthroughs, I've gone with ADCO type tractors or Valtras, Fendt. The last playthrough over on PV Rivers was primarily Massey Ferguson. Obviously, I haven't really used Case that much, to be honest, in 25, so it's definitely overdue for a usage. Obviously, on Rivers, for those who were watching that little playthrough, I did have some John Deere equipment set up for mowing purposes and baling. And obviously they were housed at one of my cow farms. So yes, I have had John Deere, but yeah, and try not to use it primarily. And another thing as well, you always find people, and I'm not holding it against them, this is entirely up to you, it's where they have the color options for a tanker that's been added. And they constantly go with John Deere colors all the time, with the trailer, with the truck. That's where it gets a little bit repetitive, and it's a bit boring after a while. Yes. Add some color into your life. But I will say I do have a John Deere on here still. I got the John Deere 6R over here, so it's got the front loader there. So he's one of the only original tractors that's still here. How long it stays, I don't know. We'll see. It's more... I'm kind of wanting to keep it more for doing like the animals and such. We'll leave that there for a minute. And I think if I remember rightly, I put it into here. There it is. Yep. This is going to be the fun part, getting it hooked up onto there. Right. And I actually think I went with the smaller wheels this time as well, didn't I? I didn't change them over. Usually I go with the slightly chunkier tires. Kind of like what's on the back of the combine there. Right. I think that should be close enough. Oh yeah, there we go. Attach that. Attach that. Attach them. There we go. Yeah, see, it's got grass in there at the minute, so I don't know if that's going to get overridden. We will find out soon enough. Right, let's get you unfolded. And there we go, that's lower down. Go. I'll get myself unfolded as we're going. Okay, now this is a setup, guys. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Baling and harvesting at the same time. Yeah, it did actually switch over to straw, so that's fine. Lost a little bit of the grass, but that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I don't mind that. There we go. We'll get up to the header there and get reattached and then carry on with the rest of the field. Look at that! Oh yeah! And also we've got in the distance there, the hired helper doing the other field, so we can jump onto that. Once the bottom field there is done, so yay! Right then. Let's get these guys attached. There. There we go. Turn you on. Are you not going to turn on? Oh, that's why. Just having a funny one. There we go. And yes, I'm using my keyboard and mouse again. I do apologize. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Killing two birds with one stone. Nice. Obviously, I could have reconfigured it so it does the 3 bales. But that's fine. It gives me something to do later on. Alright, we're coming up to the first bale being created on the straw, so that's fine. Obviously, another option would be to use follow me and have a truck behind picking up. I'm gonna have to go back and get that bit in a minute. There we go. Look at that. Nice. Obviously, this header is on the in-game mod hub, by the way, guys, and can be edited. So if you need it a little bit wider, you can make it so. Oh, I hope this is going to pick it up. Yep, good. Right, come on, come on. Yeah, I know, I'm not on my own land. I'm turning around. There we go. And let's bring this into there. Lock that in. Now, can I make that a little bit wider? I can never remember the keybind for making it wider. Needs to be around about, was it 12? Is it 12.5, 12.6? Is it that side maybe? Oh, one sec. Somebody's at the door. Be right back. Alrighty, I is back. There we go. Ooh, treasure chest. Nice. Oh, let me just check something a sec. I know there's a way of making the work width a little bit wider, but I can't remember what the key bindings were for it. Settings. Wow, that is one good catch. 1,030 gold coin. Wow. Controls there. Alrighty. Inspector, crane, placeables, game, camera, lights, radio, next adjustable mirrors, auto drive, power contracts, easy dev, enhanced vehicle. There we go. Increase amount of turnover tracks. Nope. Decrease. Move track to the right. Move tracks to the left. Increase width. There we go. Increase work width. Or increase width of tracks. So it's right shift and numpad plus. According to that. Let's see. Right shift and plus. There we go. Yep. Right, so it should be what? I'm sure it's like 12. 12, 6, I think it is. 12, 8. Let me just double check for that header. Oh, 12, 2 was close. I know it was 12 something. Let's come to there. There we go. So that should now line up with the header previously, so that should be fine. There we go, we're locked in. I'm going to turn around myself at the end because it is a little bit tight at the minute. If I'd done two headlands either side, it would have been fine, but nope. But yeah, that was just a little Amazon delivery turning up. It was originally meant to be between 4 and 7. Went on literally as I was about to go live, and for some weird reason it got changed to later. That's annoying. There we go, there we go, there we go. Trying to get that little bit there. There we are, right. Yes, let's start off on you. Lock that in. Go. Cool. One there. Yeah, so what I was kind of thinking, I could come up, say this row there, miss these two, then come back down this one, then come to this one, then the next one, the next one, and then the next one, and just go in a big circle is what I'm kind of hoping. Hopefully you've seen what I was doing there, so the mouse is trying to show you. So once I get to the end of this row, I'll turn around and then come back on that far right lane. Once I get to the other end of that, I'll then come to the next one down, which is lane 5 to the left of me here, and then go down and then go around in a big circle that way. Hopefully shouldn't cause too much of an issue. So just cracking my knuckles. It's been a bit tense today. There we go. There we go. Oh, ooh, a candy Corridorus. It's a little catfish, by the way, Corridorus. Need to work on how to get some custom catches set up for the lurk bait. I know there's a way of doing it, but I still haven't figured out how to do it yet. But yes, keep doing the exclamation mark fish guides. Remember, you do have a chance to win either a £25 Steam gift card or a Farm Sim 25 Giants copy of Beans and Alpacas DLC. coming out in October. So the top 5 names on the leaderboard at the end of the month will be put into a little prize draw, and yeah, whoever's name's pulled will be the winner. Oh, look at a bale. Just out of interest. Yeah, 8 bales. Okay. But yes, this is gonna be fun. Can't spell, not gonna win. Yeah, you're as bad as me, ish. Fish, or doing it backwards. Right, actually, let me allow this to unload here. That's probably gonna be the easier option, so I'm not missing anything as I turn around. There we go. Super, super, super. See, luckily I've got a button I can hit on my Stream Deck, and it'll do it automatically. Same with Plinko. Stream Decks are a wonderful thing, I will say that. Oh, what happens to Fire Marks to get on with setting up his Stream Deck? Has he done it yet? I highly recommend Bar Raiders Twitch extensions, I think it is. Let me load up. Yeah, so I've got OBS Studio. That's a good one. That will allow you to transition and stuff like that during the stream. So allow you to change the screens and that. Click of a button. I've got Twitch Tools Bar Raider, which is another good one. I'll see that little comment I put in chat was using one of the things in there. It also has an option for doing shout outs. So if, say, you can actually set up shout outs if you wanted to, but there is a button you can actually click on where it'll bring up everybody who's chatted in your stream, and you can actually click on a certain button, their name for example, and it'll do a shout out for them. So yes, it's kind of cool actually. You're too lazy for... What's even more interesting is you can also use the Stream Deck for your games. So like for example, enhanced vehicle. So all of these key bindings that I'm hitting here. So clicking onto the straight line there, which is obviously right control end, I could actually set up a button on my Stream Deck to automatically do that without me having to stretch my hands and left all over the place. Really kind of nice. I like it. If you could afford one, you'd have one, yeah. I highly recommend, if you can afford it, to go out and get one. I think I got mine pretty cheap actually. It was on a sale, so it didn't cost too much. So it was quite nice actually. But yes, it is definitely cool. I've actually got obviously I've got the Windows section of buttons I've got at the minute up. I might actually show you quickly. Let's go to desktop sec. So this is what I'm looking at the minute. So all these buttons were set up to be used on OBS or slobs. So this section here, so if I'm ever using slobs, one of those buttons will control a certain aspect of the stream. So changing the screen. Oh, let me stop that there a sec. It could be changing the scene, for example, or muting my microphone, the game microphone, stuff like that. This section here I've set up for use with OBS. So, and the nice thing is as well, you can actually stack things as well. So for example, when I want to go live, I just literally click on this button here, and it's got 8 actions that it will actually launch. So it'll launch my OBS program, it'll launch Lurkbait, it'll open up all my browsers that I need for the stream. So I tend to have obviously Twitch dashboard, I'll have that open. I'll have Streamlabs dashboard open. I'll have blurps dashboard open. I'll have sound alerts open. I'll also have the website for doing Plinko. I'll have that open, and it's all literally launched with this one button. It's so much easier. I swear, it's so much easier. If you can set these up, it's a little bit tricky, but if you ever need to know, if I come into here, for example, where is it? Multi-action. I think this is one of the base things that it will actually do when you install it. If you actually come into here, I think it's that one. Maybe it's not that one. Which one is it? It's a multi-action of some kind. Let me see. It's what in one of these. It has a multi-action option. Multimedia. Crud. Multi-action. Where is it? Somewhere in amongst one of these anyway that I've downloaded. I think can do it. Streamline desktop. I'm sure it was something to do with just the bases. I'm not seeing it. I might be going blind in my old age. Switch profile, play, audio. It's one of these anyway. It allows you... Maybe that multimedia there? Actually, I can check that. Let me go back a sec. Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Right there. Under multi-action. Maybe it's because I was inside of there. But yeah, multi-action right there. You can actually bring the track across, and then give it a title. And then the nice thing is you can actually start adding things into this. So it's very, very useful, I will say. But I'd recommend going over to YouTube and maybe see if you can find a video on setting all that up, because it took me a little while. Might have even been that one, don't know. But yes. Also, other things as well it can control. Where did I put you? Things like links, for example. So if you want to set one up for, like for example, I've got here. Obviously I've got my YouTube link there, so if anybody wanted my YouTube channel, the link's right there. I just have to literally click on that this button here. If I wanted to bring up the SGA Trello in chat, link-wise, it's right there, and that's just clicking on that one button. There's a whole lot, actually. Ooh. See, I've got some set up here. Some do work, some don't work. I need to figure them all out. But I was starting to start these out. So hiring a helper, starting the engine, opening up the pipe. I could literally do it right here. The only problem is I have to then, if I want to do like a shout out. Oh, here it is, this one right here. So this button right here, for example, if you don't have any buttons set up for shout outs, if you have the Bar Raiders Twitch, I think it is, where is it? Let me close some of these. Yeah, this one right here. If you drag and drop that into one of the buttons, you don't actually have to do anything with this. Maybe just give it a title, for example, shoutouts or something like I've done there. And what will happen if you click on that? It'll take a moment, but right there, that shows everybody who has chatted in my stream today so far. So if I wanted to give Mr. Jers a shout out, I just have to click on his button there, and it'll do the shout out. It don't even have to worry about anything. Obviously, if I want to do Mr. say Andy the Farmer, who, from what I understand, has done a little bit of streaming over the recent days, maybe. Yeah, you can give him a shout out. Mamadou, for example. But obviously, you do have to think now, who doesn't stream? That's another thing. So, like for example, Sim Game Matt and Shawnee, they haven't really streamed. I don't know if Dead Soul has. So yeah, I've got to be very careful. But yeah, I wonder, will it do me? I could even shout myself out. That is terrible. I don't mind doing it in my own stream. But doing it on other people's, no. But yeah, it is very cool. Now there is another way of doing it, but there is a cooldown with that. That's the only thing. So I don't tend to use it. But yeah, I've got links there. I've got a little sound. So these are ones I was playing around with. A little bit of thunder and lightning, for example. A coup. Oh, dodgy crash there. Okay, shut up. It still had another, it came up about 20 seconds there. That one's disabled now. Yeah, so you can literally do a lot with the Stream Deck, I will say. I can even turn it off, so for example, this one, we'll put it to sleep. I love it, it really is. Can you send us the name of that in a whisper? Of what? The easiest way to do these, let me close some of these up. So if you've never used a Stream Deck, there you go. So as you can see, it's bar rated. That's the main one I would go with. If you can find bar rated, if you actually click on this little icon for the shoutouts, here you go. So let me just double check. I'm sure it's under the Twitch tools, wasn't it? Yeah. So if you actually click on here, for example, it'll open up a website. If you do a search for bar raiders, obviously I've already got a countdown there, but if you type in bar raiders, I think that's right, and hit that, it'll bring up anything by bar raider. I think I spelled that right. Bar B-A-R raider, yeah. What you want to do is trying to find things like Twitch and stuff like this. OBS tools, good one. There you go. If you click on OBS, for example, it's got some bits there. But if you know exactly what you want, so Twitch tools by bar raider. If you actually type that in, so Twitch tools. You could just do that and then look for bar raider. So there is right there, Twitch tools by bar raider. Actually, this looks like it's been updated since mine. I might grab that one as well. Obviously, you will have to have an account, just so bear that in mind. I won't do it right now because I don't want anything on here. But yeah, if you can get it downloaded, once it's installed, it should add it into your list over here. And for doing that shout out that will show everybody in your chat, it's this one right here. All you literally do is just drag it into a button, give it a name. So I'll just call that shout out, for example. Obviously, it was showing the button exactly like this. You don't have to worry about any of this unless you want to do a little edit, maybe add a little extra comment, but you could leave that alone. You don't really need to worry about anything else. Now, one thing you could do, now, depending on how your system is, you could have it showing the person's icon or not. You could actually set it like there, and it'll just bring up the person's name. So if I click on that shout out button now, you'll see it'll instantly load up, but it'll only have that person's name there. So personally, and this is just me, I would have the image showing. It will take a little bit longer depending on how many you've got in chat, so bear this in mind. Obviously, now I've deselected that. If I now click onto the same button again on my Stream Deck, it takes a little bit longer, as you see, but it brings up all of the person's icons if they have added one to their Twitch channel. And it does make life a little bit easier doing it that way. But yeah, obviously, the more people you've got in your chat, the longer it's going to load. Bear that in mind. Or I should say, the amount of people you've had chatting will make it load longer. But yeah, it's a good one. If you can find out Twitch tools bar raiders, that is definitely a good one to go with. Hey there, 19 Shades, how you doing? I did download a few others. I'm still umming and ahhing about them. There is obviously an OBS. This one here is pretty good actually for if you use an OBS. This allows you, it's got different things in here that allow you to set all these buttons up for changing the scenes, muting yourself and stuff. There's also a Stream Deck version. or Streamlabs, should say, which is right there. I've got 2 actually. So one will do primarily. I haven't really used them, but from the looks of it, you can send text messages. But I kind of think I used more of these ones. I think it was for doing this side here. But all these are. I don't know if I can set one up at the minute. It's this one here. It's the Streamlabs desktop. And all you literally do is drag it across. Once it's there, obviously you do have to have Streamlabs running. And then it'll ask you what you want that button to do. So obviously I've got one set up for going live preset. I could do the same. Actually, let me delete that. Let's see if I can do one for OBS to give you an idea. If I click onto there, that's going to be seen as well. So, see, all of these are scenes, these darker ones, and that one there. If I put that right there, obviously I get that drop-down menu, and I can select one of the scenes. You can also go with things like your microphones and stuff like that for muting. So just have a little play around. It's kind of cool, but yeah, I like it. Definitely well worth it. But yeah, I haven't logged in, to be honest, so I haven't got this updated properly. Out of interest, you can get a whole lot of other things right there. You could even get it to work with Spotify, so you could set up a folder for playing your Spotify and stuff like that if you wanted. If you want the weather, stuff like that. But yeah, I tend to just keep it simple. I don't want to go to OTT. I've got one there for YouTube. I can't remember what I put. What's in there? Chat message. Okay, so that's, yeah. I can never get some of these working properly yet. So, it's fun. But yeah, like for example, this here. If I click on this button, that will post !fishing chat. So it does the fishing program for me. Same with the Plinko one there, which is right underneath it. And all that is a Twitch toolbar radar. So if we come into this one here, and it's a send message, and what this will do is it will send it to your Twitch chat, basically, like I've just done there. And once you put that into there, you could actually give it a title. You could put anything in here. If you wanted to, for example, set up a link, you could do. Now, one thing I would recommend, they've actually changed it, actually. The last time, it might be another one I'm thinking of, but it had an option to, oh, actually, where were they? Where are they? Is it this one? Yeah, see here, it's been removed. It actually had an option to hit enter. At the end, it's been removed now. Ah, okay. But yes, that is a good way of setting up messages to go and chat. For example, map. I've got the map button right there, and obviously it's just put the comment in chat. If you obviously the previous update, I've got a button set up for that, and if I click on it, it should send a comment in chat. Maybe if it's working, I don't know. It might be because it's pinned to the top there, but it's right there. Oh, that's update 3, so I need to change that. But yeah, obviously the chicken dance, for example, this is a cool one. If you wanted to, if you know the names of emotes, you could actually set up a button to post those emotes in chat. So obviously with the chicken dance coming up, I can click on that button and all those emotes come up straight away. It is cool. Took a while to set up a lot of these, but it's definitely worth it. Same with the emotes. That's set up the same way with some texts. That's the one that... Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. This one, though, you have to actually click into the stream and have it sent. So if I click on that, I don't know if it posts it to Twitch or not. It might do. Hang on, it's thinking about it. There we go. And it is so cool. I like it. It's fun. It is fun. But yeah, just experiment with things. I'm going to leave that up there, actually. Have a little play around. But yeah, those ones I recommend. So if you can find Twitch Tools Bar Raider, definitely must if you're a streamer. Depending on whether you're using OBS or Streamlabs, get either or. Obviously, I've got both, but you can use it for Discord. Obviously, I know Boomhauer tends to use these a lot to mute Discord and stuff when he's in there. That's in there. What else have I actually got in here? I think some of these actually come preloaded, but yeah. Have a little play around. Have a little play around. Obviously, if you want to... Oh, you can also launch games as well. So if I click in here... for example, if I couldn't find the mod folder switcher on my computer icon-wise, I can come into here. I don't know if this is actually set up properly. I can click on that mod folder switcher and it'll launch it. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And that was just clicking on a button. I literally didn't do anything else. If I wanted to launch FS25, for example, I could click on that button. Satisfactory, Fishing Planet, you name it. They're a bit tricky though, I will say that, setting them up. They are tricky, but anyway. I'm going to shut up and get on with doing my combining. Let's get back to gameplay. But yeah. Right. But yeah, obviously once you've got it installed, just like I said, click on that little icon at the top, go over to the Elgato Marketplace, and you can find a lot of things over there. You'll probably find some even more resourceful ones than I've probably got, to be honest. But that's the ones that I've gone for, basically. Just out of interest, can I sign into that? I have no idea what account I was using, though. Maybe my Google account? Let's use that one. I have no idea. Opening Stream Deck. Is that the same one that I've got? Yeah, okay, so that's the same one that I've got already. Okay. There we go. Yes. But yeah, you can actually get different button icons as well. You can download some of them. If you're unhappy with the default ones, go up to that little that funny icon by the bell. Go over to the Elgato Marketplace, and I'm pretty sure they have different buttons and stuff that you can download, icons and such. It's fun. Here we go. Have a little play around if you can. Oh, let me stop that there. I know somebody actually set up some buttons for Farming Simulator, but I believe they cost. So be very careful of that. I don't know how good they are and if they work very well. Yes, I know. Go away. Actually, I'm gonna have a little look. Farm Sim 25. Yeah, somebody's set up a whole load of buttons, and from what I understand, it's the actual icon plus the in-game key binding is connected to the button, and it's like £22 for this pack for the Stream Deck. It's crazy. 'Tis crazy. But there is another one there for LS25 buttons. Ooh, that one's free though. Let me download them. I'm gonna have a little look at that in a sec. Let's go into that button a sec. We'll create a little folder. Can I do a little folder? System. Navigate, create folder, put that there. I'm kind of curious now, is that just the icons, or does that have the key bindings with it as well? Just get turned around and then I'm just having a little play while I'm harvesting here. So there, I want I can't remember how to do it. It's a system hotkey. System there. Hotkey. There we go. Control end to there. Now let's see. Set from file. Open Stream Deck icon library. Let's have a look. There. LS25 buttons. Okay, so it's the icons. So I'm just going to show you this actually. So let's bring this. So I just literally downloaded a little pack from the Elgato Marketplace. It's this one right here, the LS25 buttons. This is what I was on about. Somebody's actually set up the icons and the key bindings, but it costs like £22 or whatever it be equivalent to you guys. Yeah, not quite sure. You could do if you want to. Give it a try. Why not? Let me know how you get on. But yeah, all you literally do is click on the little download. That'll then install it onto your Stream Deck. Let me close that now. I'll close all these because I really don't need all these windows open. Once you get there, I've just literally come through here. Let me close that a sec. And gone to System and Hotkey. So obviously this is something I'm setting up for Farm Sim. So these are going to be key bindings for enhanced vehicle. What is the size of your Plinko overlay in OBS? Good question. I have no idea. I think it's 10. There you go, 1920 by 1080. Hopefully you can see that, because I'm not actually looking at this stream in a minute. Yeah. So that's literally the size of my monitor. There you go. But yeah, for those who are streaming, or wanting just a Stream Deck. So for this can actually be multi-actionable, I guess. But obviously I'm setting this up for using in Farm Sim. I'm going to try it out in a minute. So I've already set one up for automatically turning. I haven't given it a title yet, but it's just automatically added the control end. So obviously what I could do is control home. Oh, so that's to lock on, isn't it? To the line. This is to turn. So all you do is literally drag that hotkey over into wherever you want it to go. So I'm going to be here. Then all you do is you can actually also assign specific key bindings by just clicking on here. And what it will do, it will listen and record what you press on your keyboard. So for example, if I want to do right control home, it'll record that onto that button, which is kind of cool. So what should now happen if I actually use this when I go into the game? If I use one of these two buttons, it should automatically send that to the game rather than me having to stretch my hand out. So if you have difficulties with your hand, this is a great way if you can get it working properly. Yeah, Benny B, the XL is definitely a cool. I like it. And the nice thing is, with all these buttons, you could technically set each of these buttons up to be a folder, and then a subfolder into that. So it's literally endless of the things you can do. It's just try to navigate all your way around to try and find all these buttons. So I'm actually going to do this. Let me go back to the game a sec. And I'm actually going to just test it in a second. When we get to the end, I'm going to do the control home button, which should, in theory, tell my combine to turn to the left onto row 8 there. So you can literally set it up for the horn, you could set it up for starting the engine, you could set it up for opening up the shop. Oh heck, it's not working. Some things work, some things don't. Okay, so that one isn't quite working. I'm sure I've got it set up somewhere. Where is that other one? There. Yeah, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I will say that. That one still needs a little bit more working, shall we say. Here we go. Unless I missed something there, I don't know. But yeah, sometimes they work, sometimes auto-load is another one I've had issues with, I will say. But for example, the log, obviously I've got a button set up, or pre-set up already, a while ago, to rather than find the tilde key, I can literally hit a button and it'll bring up the log, or get rid of it. Makes life a little bit easier. Pipe, for example, I've got a button set up for that. Maybe that enhanced vehicle key bindings wasn't quite the right one to start off with. Doesn't seem to quite recognize it yet. But pipe, cruise control, hired helper I've got there. I'm not quite sure if the attach and detach will work because obviously I'm using the manual attach. But going into the main menu, for example, a button set up for that. I do have one set up for auto-loading, but I don't think it actually works properly yet. So I need to have a look at that. Obviously, if I want to open up the F1 menu, I can do. Obviously, time scale, I've got that set up for going up and down. So you can see I'm changing it. That's using the Stream Deck. Yeah, so I think it's where it's more than maybe one key binding. It has a little bit of a tricky issue. But with a little bit of working, it should be fine. You've got the XL version with the 4 turn knobs. Oh, yeah, those knobs are for volume and stuff, usually, isn't it? I just went with the one that doesn't have the extra buttons on it, if I remember correctly. There we go. So we've got 2 bales over here to pick up. But right now, that is fine. Oh, I wonder. I'm sure I've got a button set up. It might not be working on here, though. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. G. It's for raising all. Okay, it did one there. But yeah, it's a, you know how you can do is left control, X, V, and so on and so forth. So it unfolds front and rear mower if you've got them attached, and you can load them all at the same time and turn them all at the same time. Well, I've got buttons for that setup as well, but certain things don't quite work right with it. So it's still a work in progress. It's getting there though. For volumes mostly, yeah. Right, let's turn that off. Let's unload those 2 there. So that's 4 bales on there to pick up later. But yes, I do like the Stream Deck. It becomes very helpful. Actually, out of interest, I might go grab a trailer to see whether or not the auto-load thing is working yet with the Stream Deck. Let's leave that there. Also gives me a bit of a break. Truck, and trailer. Okay, the hired helper is now finished. There we are. Actually, do I? There we go. I do have a button set up for turning it on. Look at there. Obviously, if you've got a wheel and pedals as well, using the Stream Deck, oh my gosh, that's fun. It's great fun. You really don't need a keyboard then if it's all set up properly. I think what it is, it's not recognized in the left and the right control buttons, and left and right shifts as separate key buttons. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So that actually worked. So auto load, does work, kind of. I literally just hit a button and that auto-loaded. It might be because it's a bale. I think the last time I tried it with a pallet and it kind of had a little bit of an issue. But that definitely worked. And all I did is hit one button. Somewhere up here should be another bale. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. You can just about see it. Have to have a little play around, see if I can actually get it to recognize left and right, or see if there's another way of doing it. Let's turn that off. We can unload, and this is just using 2 buttons basically. So that's the load button. Hit it again, that will unload them onto the trailer, and then I can literally unload them onto the ground. That is fun. Works a little better. Obviously, I've got one set up there for going straight into the construction menu, for example. I've got one there for the vehicle shop. So it's kind of cool. I think it's the mini map there. I can... Simple. Yeah, I've got to figure out the left control and right control so they're separate. That's the only thing. Pipe, lower, raise, turn everything on. Yeah. Yes. Fine. There we go. That's good. I'm actually going to leave them out because I want to see if there's any more needed for the cow shed. But yeah, stream decks are fun when you get them going properly. Right. Let's get you sorted. Obviously, I'm just using my keyboard with this part. There we go. Get that lined up. Now, I wonder. Turn all on? Nope. Doesn't work. I know it works with the tractor with a front mower and a rear mower, with the all raise and lower and stuff. With this, not so much. Let's turn that down. Turn you on. Lower that, turn that on, and go. We'll lock that in. There we go. Let's take that back a sec. I also got a button set up for, you know, the pyro main that I usually go around with on my shoulder. I've got a button set up for him to change from shoulder pet to mount. So that's another game you could use it with, and I'm sure there's a lot of other games that they can all be set up with. Alright, let's come back into that folder a sec. Yeah, okay, that's just hitting that. It's only recognizing the home button. Can we do it automatically so it'd be the right control? Yeah, I don't think it recognizes left and right controls keys. Number pad, F keys, others. It's got others, but it's not got that. See, it's only doing control. Might have to have a look into that, see if there is... What's an emote picker? Emoji picker. What is that? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. Here. Nope. Yeah, gotta figure out how to get it to switch over. And why is it just... Have I just gone down there without getting any straw? This is barley, yeah. Oh, I'm a dumbcough. When did I just save a minute ago? I'm picking up. Why is it picking up wheat? Well, the point. Did I save before I started this field? Does anybody remember? Okay, I'm gonna crash it. I think I did. I forgot to empty it out. I'm going. Oh, dumb cough. It's because I'm getting sidetracked with my stream deck. That's the problem. Let me close that because it's just distracted me and I'm not getting things done properly. Sorry. It's loading up now. I shouldn't start these things, should I? Right, there. One thing you will need to do as well every now and again is link your stream deck over to your Twitch account if you are using that Bar Raiders stuff, just so you're aware. Just so it does the shoutouts and such. And comments and that. There we go. I've just literally had to do it right there, actually. Which is kind of crazy. I don't know, maybe one day I'll see if I can find a video on that Farm Sim Stream Deck pack, the £22 one. See if it's any good and if it's worth it, because, oh yes, if it's worth it, then it might be worth getting downloaded. But £22 though, seems quite a lot for a few buttons. Especially when you think about it, you got Sim Dashboard that's free, isn't it? And most of the things are on there already. Right then, let's see. Where were we when we last saved? I think we had just finished, or close to the finishing. There we go. Yeah, close to finishing, so gotta remember to unload before we go over to the other field. Right, let's turn that on. And actually concentrate would be quite nice. Or not get sidetracked. Oh, wheel. And that. Lock. Oh, no, that's way off. I want you kind of facing that direction. There we go. Lock that into there. So that's fine. What was it? Shift and plus, wasn't it? We want to switch that to 12. 2. There we go. Yeah, so right shift and plus on the key, the numpad. We'll do that part to make it wider. Obviously minus would make it smaller on the lines there. There we go. Just turn that off, lift you up, and get you unloaded. There we go. Pipe out. I'll raise that up so I can get over there quicker. Moo to you too. Perfect. Alrighty then. So who's going to go out and buy a Stream Deck, eh? Yeah, I wonder how Mr. Farmer Marks is getting on with his. It took me a fair old while to get mine set up, that's for sure. Ready. Oh, I totally hit the wrong spot. Should be around right there. And about there. Lock that in there. Turn you on. You need to be lowered down. And you're good to go, hopefully. There we go. Finally, we're getting some croppage off this one. You're using your iPad? What do you mean you're using your iPad for? What's that for? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. It's... Dag, nang it. I'm slightly off one. There we go. Just bring you across there. There we go. Oh, Stream Deck Mobile. Right. Yes. Does that actually cost, or is that a free app? I'm not quite sure. I think that one's a little bit more simple, though, isn't it? Kind of. From what I understand, that's kind of similar to Sim Dashboard. I think I looked into trying to get that once before, but yeah. Downloaded it, but couldn't figure it all out. It can be free, yeah. Thought so. I thought so. But yeah, so I'm going to try to look at this. There. No, not that one. Is that one? Yeah, there. That one. That's everything else. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to have a look into seeing if there's a way of it to recognize left and right keys, so like the left control, right control, left alt, right alt, left shift, right shift, stuff like that. Because that would make life so much easier. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Either, or I'd have to go through the entire lot of key bindings and set them up with different key binding options. That is one way of doing it, I guess. And we're doing a Mr. Wheels, going to ride up that tree. Sorry. Don't worry, I'll come back and I'll get that bit in just a minute. Here we go. Just gotta get this little section here. Actually, before I go over there, let's raise you up. I'll raise you up above all these mountains, or whatever it goes like. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I need to drop you down. There we go. Cruise control. Lock it into there. There we go. Oh, I'm so exhausted and tired. I need an early night again today. But I was kind of shocked. So I went to the reptile shop the other day, got some more snake feed, and he's basically on like large mice, and the ones they gave me seemed to be a lot bigger than the ones I usually get. So I ended up giving him two of them, mices, and yeah, looks like he actually ate both of them. The only thing's, I'm sure I've had them before, and he only ever ate one, never went back for the second one. So I'm kind of shocked with that. So that's a good thing. He's eating well, my little snaky, Mr. Ronan, by the way. But yes, I always worry because obviously in our bedroom, obviously we've got Mr. Ronan in one corner. In the other corner, behind where I'm sat, is my wife's four mice. I always worry that one of them might get away and Mr. Ronan will come across it, shall we say, and have a free lunch. But yes, hopefully that will never happen. I hope. I'm still kind of curious why that other one didn't go. Oh, there it is. Maybe it was having a funny 5 minutes. But that's the one from the last week, by the way. Don't worry about it. And I'll have to get it updated. I should just have intro. That was just the... If you click on it. Okay. I should actually set that one up for the little mod pack that I put out the other day. With the grey mill, heartland bread, and the vodka factory. Here we go. Oh yes, I was going to add another vodka in, wasn't I? I'll have to have a look at that. A plain vodka. And potentially ethanol. I'm pretty sure it's ethanol that's used in vodka breweries, isn't it? Is ethanol... Ooh. Ethanol used in vodka production. There we go. How ethanol is made. Ooh, it's yeast fermentation. Is one way. Distillation spirits like vodka, whiskey, rum start with fermentation, then use heat to concentrate the ethanol level. Okay. So technically we could add in a little bit of ethanol into the vodka factory and the whiskey and the beer. Thinking about it. Because it is saying like raw ingredients. Beer uses grains like barley. Wine uses grapes, for example. Cider uses, but also can have ethanol. I don't know. That means I'd have to set up a beacon. It's also used for hand soap as well, by the way. Yes, okay. So we've got ethanol on the map. Obviously, my edited version of the sugar factory has ethanol as a byproduct. So technically could add it in officially. But yeah, obviously I've got to go through. I've got to set up a palette for it. I'll leave it out for the minute. I will leave it out for the moment. There we go. Get that locked in. But who knows what the future holds. Because it's not originally off of a PV map, it's off of this map. Oh, and I don't know what it is. I don't like some of the icons that they've used on this map. So, like the icon for grass windrow, straw, hay windrow, stuff like that. I really don't like it. I've actually may not have edited my save game map, just so you're aware. Where is it? Where is it? Is it here? No. Yeah, no, they look okay. Because they have the base game icons. So if you actually come into here, let me see if I can find hay, straw, or anything like that. Straw. Okay, it's actually not showing at the minute. But I end up relinking it to the base game one. Oh, okay. I'll have to look at that again. Getting an error on that one. Because I do prefer the base game icons. It's so much easier. But don't worry, if it doesn't work, I will reset it to how it was previously. Where is my bale storage? Bale storage, bale storage, bale storage. There. Yeah, why is it only straw that seems to be missing? But yeah, like the grass, for example, it's a real one like this, but green with grass on it. Silage, that was a different. Hay was a different one. But yeah, for some, I'll have to look at that one for straw. I prefer the base game ones for those, personally. Why is that? Cannot load. Oh, okay. I see the issue. It's got a double slash there. That's what it is. Wasn't paying attention when I did the edit, I guess. Righty, let's come down here. But it's just a personal preference, I guess. If you like those weird, strange other icons for something that technically just needs to be linked into the base game, then okay, that's fine. I just find some of them always confused, a little bit confusing at times. There we go. Especially when you got alfalfa and clover variants of hay and straw and stuff. Oh, annoying. There we go. I'm happy with a little bit of grass. I really am. There we go. But yes, things are definitely coming on quite nicely with the farm. So yes, need to make some money, that is for definite, I will say. I'm getting rather low, I've only got 48,000 now. So definitely need to be getting in, doing some contracts again soon. I didn't really get a chance to do too many last in-game day, or month, I should say. Obviously, a lot of it was due to rain. So hopefully now that also we're into June, obviously a lot of the fields are becoming harvest ready. So I'll be able to get in, do some contracts hopefully on some of those fields. And yeah, top up on my own silos and stuff. Just out of interest, while we're in a nice straight line, what do we have available contract-wise? Because I can literally get this combine going onto the next contract. Let's see, we've got some fertilizer, we've got some mowing. We've got a mowing contract there, which is on field 34. Only a little one there, so that's a nice easy one. Actually, there's not too much else on there. Fertilizing. If you want to make money, I don't know about anybody else, but my fertilizer ones are definitely pretty good, price-wise there. I'm not actually getting much on the other fields yet, though, or harvest-wise. Maybe it's all I think some of it's clover, so that gets mowed, doesn't it? So there is that. Let's have a little look quickly. There. We go to that one. See, you got a lot of fields here that's ready. Have interest. Yeah. Clover, clover, clover. I'm pretty sure that these are clovers. Yeah, white clover, red clover. All the ones that's coming ready are clovers. It's not fair. I don't know. I just don't know. But I got a lovely field of poppy right there, by the way. The only problem is I don't own it yet. That's on the downside. I don't actually own that one field. I own the one on the right. I own the one on the left. But I don't own that one in the middle yet, the poppy field. That would be a great one for a money maker. Oh yeah. There we go. Almost makes me want to get what was it called? What did I call the pie filling one factory that I did? It's part of the Dole group. Dole did it on Canyon Crossing. What was it called? What was it called? What was it called? And it was using the old can't think of the name of it now. Del Monte film, Del Monte factory from 19. And I'm sure it began with a D as well. Was it Dole? It wasn't Dole. Was it Dole? Dole factory. Yeah, Dole. Nope, not Dole. Nope, not that one. That's the other one. Dole was the frozen foods. What was it called? What was it called? I cannot remember. I thought it was Dole as well, but it's not. What was it? It was all the pie fillings and stuff. PMS. Solo? Is it that one? Yeah, the Solo! There we go, found it. The Solo factory. I know it's close. It's part of the same group as Dole, but they primarily do pie fillings. Got there eventually. I have to see if we can work on maybe bringing something like that one over. The only thing is, I think that's got quite a big footprint as well. That's the only down. See, this is the downside with Dashnet's factories and that. A lot of them have quite a large footprint. So it's kind of hard to do them. Same with planters, for example. Could easily bring planters back. But how it was back in 22 and 19 and previously, the size-wise is the issue. Same with the old Domino's factory. Obviously, can't really have that on here, can we? It's huge. Obviously, it's already been converted to 25. But, yeah, it's too big. It's just too freaking big. But anyway, we're going to actually get to the end of this line. And we're going to call it there for today. Because I'm Pretty sure my wife is probably a little bit tired and wants to come through soon. And we've got other things to get sorted out. So, yes. But yeah, just a little reminder, I will not be live tomorrow. Taking a day off to do a few things. But I will be back on Friday. So, yes. Also, we've got the total eclipse coming tomorrow as well. Hopefully, a lot of you guys will get it. I know Mr. Jur should get to see it tomorrow because he's in the UK as well. Not quite sure about you guys over in Canada and the USA. I think the guys in Europe should be getting it as well. But yeah, it should be around about 7 o'clock-ish. If I can, I'll have to do some research first about recording it. Whether you need special lenses on your phone or if it's okay. And maybe on Friday, I may share it during the stream. Yes. So yeah, I think we might actually go down the shore and watch it as well. Right, let's get this little bit here. And we'll get to the end. Yes, fun. So yeah, off tomorrow and obviously off next Monday. Obviously, I remind you guys on Friday. Don't think I'm going to get a chance to do any modding now till probably after the guys are finished with the shower, bathroom, or shower room, bathroom, walk-in room, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, those 3 I put out yesterday, the factories, is probably going to be it for this week. But you never know. Yeah, the only time I got for modding right now is going to be evenings. Or during the stream, I have no idea. But yeah, I got to figure out what I want to do next. I have Campbell still to do. I've got... Oh, what else have we got? What else was there? I have to go through the list anyway. I know I've got a few to do. But yeah, let's pause that there a sec. I'm going to save you. See, my brain isn't even working properly anymore. But let's get over to the ending screen. And say a big huge thanks to all you guys for coming out today. Much appreciated. Thank you. Much appreciated. So thank you, Mr. Jurs, for the 180 stream streak. Wow. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but big thank you very much for that. And a big thanks for all the sound alerts and such. I wonder if anybody is live out there today. I have no idea. I do see a... So we've got a choice. Upsetting Mr. Wheels or going over and see Mamadou. I haven't raided Mamadou in a while. Also, we did Mr. Wheels yesterday. Oh, I better mute that. Should we actually go see Mamadou? Give her a surprise, eh? What should I say? Yeah? She's just going live. I'm not quite sure what map she's on. She may be on the same as me. So, yes. Why not? Eh? Why the heck not? And I'm sure she's out there lurking already. So, let's get this raid underway. I'm sure when she's done, she'll go over and see Mr. Wheels. But I'll be watching both of the guys. Mamadou, there she is. We'll get this raid underway. So yeah, have a great rest of your day, guys. Obviously, like I said, I won't be live tomorrow, but I will be back on Friday, as long as everything goes well. But until then, have an absolute amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you Friday. Stay safe, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.